Hey, what's up, guys? This is Rich here with Andrew from Capcom. Here to take a look at Lost Planet 3 multiplayer. We're actually going to take a look at a specific mode called Scenario, which involves basically different rule sets for every map that you play. There's 6 maps total for the Lost Planet 3 multiplayer. And we're taking a look right now at Alpha Layer. Andrew, tell me a little bit about Alpha Layer. What's going on here?
Sure. Well, the rule for the scenario mode in Alpha Layer is basically it's a layer of the Alpha Pack Hunter, also called the Swanka by the Snow Pirates. And basically, what you're going to do is there is a giant acrid in the middle of the map, and both teams are going to go after that giant acrid to try to kill it. And when they do, it drops a purity energy sample, and that becomes sort of a football, if you will. And you're going to grab that, and each team is going to try to take that back to their home base. And if they do, they score a point.
Okay, and then up the left, I assume, is keeping track of the points. First to 3 wins.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Great.
And I actually just scored a point. So this will now reset things so that the acrid respawns, and we're going to do it all over again. So you can see the acrid indicator here with the red that shows that it's being shot at. So I'm going to run at that and try to take it out so I can grab that canister.
And it looks like, I mean, the acrid's fully programmed AI, like it'll actually attack you and try and fight back, I assume?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. In fact, one of the cool things about Lost Planet 3 multiplayer is the ability to have AI creatures even in these type of team game modes.
Now, there's quite a few of you guys. Are you 3-on-3, 5-on-5?
This is 5-on-5. LP3 multiplayer has a total of 4 different game types. 3 of which are 5-on-5, and 1 of which is 3-on-3, and I'll talk a little bit more about that one later.
Now, in terms of scoring and that sort of thing, do you actually, in this particular mode, do you get any points for killing your enemies, or do you just get points for scoring the football capture, basically?
You only get points towards winning the match by doing the football capture, but every enemy that I kill, and actually every hit that I land, even against the acrid, gives me credits.
Okay.
And then after the end of the match, I can take those credits into what we call the progression sphere, which is basically sort of almost like a chessboard, if you will, a spherical chessboard. And then you can use those credits to unlock new weapons, new abilities, deployables, and also character skins. Right now we're playing with a completely unlocked version of the game, so I've got access to all of those from the start.
Great, cool. We're seeing actually quite a bit going on here, so I want to touch upon a few things that people are seeing as you're playing.
Sure.
The grapple gun. You basically are able to grapple onto any ledge, anything you see,
Yeah.
as long as an indicator comes up.
Yeah, you see this green indicator that shows me that I can grapple up. Oops, got killed.
Well, you would have.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, you're basically anything that's sort of a flat surface, like a ledge or a walkway, you're able to grapple up to, and that forms a key part of the vertical nature of the multiplayer gameplay.
Sure.
So yeah, when you die or when you're knocked down or whatever you want to call it, you can tap on the B button to try to stay alive, and then if one of your friends, teammates comes up, he can revive you, or you can just choose to tap out if you don't have confidence in your friends reviving you. And then also one of the abilities that is a ability that can be set in the kit menu that I currently have. Is basically a noxious gas that when you die you can release that, and it will basically be revenge against the guy that killed you or any other players in the vicinity.
Gotcha. There he is.
So you can see I'm fighting the Pack Hunter again. Nice. So right now it's a 1-to-1 score. Snow Pirates, which I'm playing on, have scored once, and then the NEVEC team has also scored once. Which is a good game.
Let's talk a little bit about the abilities you can earn and unlock. It looks like you can have up to 2 active abilities, or how does that work?
These are the deployables.
Okay.
And basically what a deployable is you can set 2 slots. You can see here on the bottom left of the screen. And one of them is left on the D-pad, and one of them is right on the D-pad. And these are, you can deploy them, as the name would suggest.
Yeah, sure.
Basically, what these are is like a turret or a shield or something called a Proto Harmonizer. Let me get in the action here, and I'm going to drop one of these real quick so you can see what it does. A key point here is to note is that below that you can see the thermal energy meter. I have to have thermal energy to use these. So I have to either kill acrid if they're on the map or any other players to get thermal energy in order to be able to afford to put these down. So I'm going to go ahead and put down a turret. So I push the D-pad and I push B to deploy it, and then this will now attack any enemy that comes in range, as you can see. I also can throw down a shield.
Nice.
And this will help block me from enemy fire. And now my turret is helping me. So
Now, I don't know if it's in this specific map, but I do know you guys have actually put the rigs into multiplayer. Can you talk a little bit about that and how they're implemented within the multiplayer?
Sure. Actually, these are in the multiplayer for Lost Planet 3. We have the return of the Vital Suit. So, as a lot of people may remember from our previous coverage, I talked about how the utility rig in single player is kind of the ancestor of the Vital Suit before it was weaponized. Well, since the multiplayer is all-out war between NEVEC and the Snow Pirates, we actually have the return of the weaponized Vital Suit, which does have chain guns and rockets on it. And that's just a classic part of Lost Planet that you just have to have. So we're really glad to have that back.
Now, in terms of the Vital Suits, are those things that are just present within maps, that they're just there and you can access them and jump in them, or are there ways to, use them as part of your sort of your kit that you customize, or how does that work?
Those are located on certain maps. The larger maps have those included, basically either team can run and grab them. And when the NEVEC guy's in it, the trim on it will turn blue, and when the Snow Pirate's in it, it'll turn orange. Basically, it's kind of a grab for the Vital Suit. They're sort of one of the the powerful weapons, if you will, that are on the map.
Cool. Last couple things I noticed before we wrap up here. Bottom right, you notice the two different weapons you have here. See some green parts on there. What are those? Are you able to customize the weapons for multiplayer? Is that what's going on?
The green parts represent the upgrades. Excuse me. The weapon upgrades are you can use them. All the weapon upgrades are available in single player and multiplayer. In multiplayer, you have to unlock them on the progression sphere like you do with everything else. So basically what happens is, as you earn credits, you might unlock, say, for instance, this particle thrower. And then you would unlock the upgrade for it, which allows you to use it for longer before it overheats.
Fantastic. Cool. Is there anything else we need to talk about when it comes to Alpha Layer or the scenario mode for multiplayer?
Only just to note that there are 6 different maps in LP3, and for scenario mode, each one of those has a different scenario built into it, different rules. So we've really worked hard to make sure that each of the rules is specifically tailored for that individual map. And in this case, you're actually in the lair of this creature, so it's a great way to have this creature in as part of the game, and also make it sort of we like to call it rugby with a grid, because then you grab the ball and you're trying to take it back to your goal pen.
Nice. Awesome. All right, thanks very much, Andrew, and stay tuned to IGN for more on Lost Planet 3's multiplayer.